at 5 o'clock. But a woman who is still in the office by 7 o'clock will not allow a woman like herself to leave. I think that's just the truth. So how does this affect you? Affect me? Because as a manager and somebody who look at the economy in an overview point, we know that there are some women that have willpower to dismantle men's firepower.
No, you were in the newspaper. That's a question. How does this affect your job and the rest of it?
Well, it does, because there are so many excuses. My daughter is sick, my child is in the hospital.
No, just about what the Securities and Exchange Commission and Stock Exchange is doing.
And now, of course, the women's battle will always come because they will see themselves as women folk that are doing very well in the system. But because of my institutional directive and instruction, I am in charge. I have to control you. This woman will say, look, we have been doing it for so many years. We do not get this kind of conventional practice from you. Why is this happening? Are you sent to me? That is why we are getting some of those fire things in the papers today, that somebody is involved in 200 million scandal.
Just that has since been dismissed as a business. It doesn't even make the constitutions just come around this time.
Well, I'm
not used to that.
The money that got lost in the stock exchange is about 9 billion. What is the percentage of 200 million to 9 billion? So why are we pushing the major issue away and talking about distractions? This woman, you don't expect her to travel out of Nigeria and to smuggle her father's house from Lagos to go and plant it where she's going. So she's got to stay in an hotel. Do you know how much ministers and commissioners run in this enclave per annum in the course of traveling, and some state chief executive who we don't achieve anything from? So why are people taking up issues that are non-necessary? But the petition should be looked into. I am not saying that it should be discarded. No. A petition, whether it is coming from the right or wrong corner, they should look into it. It can also act as checks and balances to those institutions concerned that, okay, after all, some people are watching. It does not matter whether it is false or true, but it should be looked into on its own merit. When there is nothing to it, they can now invite the petitioner. Of course, the petitioner...
So these petitions haven't been distracting?
Well, it is part of the Nigerian situation because we are very secretive and we are not transparent in most of our transactions. And people, when you make things very secretive, people want to know. And when you don't allow them to know, they begin to speculate. And that is what is happening. The secret of all this is that those institutions need to be transparent. Everything should pass through due process. You understand? If audit is the one that must be the last signature in terms of approval before the MD, let it go through. It does not matter whether it's the MD that is involved or not. I mean, it's the right thing to do. You have to be transparent. You have to operate due diligence. You will see that these things are not transparent enough. That is why you are getting rumors. And somebody just took it upon himself or herself to send petition to the house. Maybe he has a brother somewhere or a sister somewhere who he or she thinks can help to push that into it. So transparency is the name of the game. If we are not transparent, some of these petitions will not even, those petitioners will not even have the meaning, talk of the liver to even present them, because it will be a shame. The petitioners to be brought forward to come and debate their positions before the media. If this is true, this is what we have found out in the institution, but this is what we wrote. Why did you do this? I mean, we can also create a panel for petitioners, because falsehood travels so fast in this enclave, so that you don't continue to mislead people and misinform the society and start smashing people's personality. I'm not defending anybody, but there are some, you know, in some part of the southwest, there is a state that is known generally for petitions only. There's no progress in that state at all.
We don't want to go into that. It's just that
the petitioner. Sometimes go, you know.
Very interesting. Well, thank you very much for coming on the program. I guess we're going to look at that. Quite a lot of stories to talk about. Very interesting country we live in. Well, thank you very much for coming here this morning. Good pleasure. Bola Oyenuga, the Managing Director or Chief Executive Officer of Financial Standard newspaper. Let's take a break. We'll take a look at the marketplace once again before we wrap up the show. We've got about 5 minutes left. Like a very quick snapshot of the market. Does it have anything to do with where we finished off last week, because we are entering the end of the month, traditional portfolio adjustments by institutional investors? great way. Thank you very much for sneaking that in onto the show this morning. David, I don't know the head of trading at Level Source and Investment. Some of the stories that brought the market a little bit down last week, taking that from the money market very quickly. We'll show you this for just about 2 seconds. This aggressive bonds raising by the debt management office, 126 billion naira last week, while the central bank threw in $450 million in forex option sales. There was some more boxes as found about those federal allocations to the allocations to federal, state, and local government, 704 billion, and the